I had too big of an ego to admit that there was something wrong with me, you know? And now, where I'm at in my life today at 32, I have no problem saying, like, I have a sickness. I have anxiety. I suffer from anxiety and depression, you know, and I've been put on pills. I've been put on many pills. I just said, no, no, no.
Tried them, but
Yeah, I mean, at 32 now, I have my ways of coping with my anxiety. I've figured it out now, but it's taken all this time. It's taken discovering that I even had this problem, right? And discovering it early. And I mean, maybe the times are changing. Now it's so common. People have so much anxiety these days that it's common. You can tell that my 14-year-old has anxiety. My 10-year-old has anxiety. I mean, people were telling me that their 6-year-old has anxiety. I was 22, 23, 24 years old when I realized, oh man, I have anxiety.
how long did you have it for now that you look back?
My whole life. My whole life I've had this feeling. I didn't know how to. I can't tell you the amount of times that I've looked up in the sky and said, what's wrong with me?
So how sensitive should we be to the kids, the many kids out there that are saying, I'm depressed or I got anxiety, and most of our adult, our reflexes is say you don't have nothing to complain about.
It's garbage. It's 100% true, and you should look at. We should really focus on these kids and figure out, okay, what's wrong? How do you feel? Because if if the kid doesn't have anxiety and he tells you how he feels, and you know what anxiety feels like, like I can ask you, what does it feel like? And they'll say something. I'm like, I don't know if you can gauge it. But when you meet somebody who talks about anxiety, and they tell you like, this is what my anxiety feels like, you know. My wife suffers from anxiety. I know what her anxiety feels like. She tells me what hers feels like. She trips on my anxiety because my anxiety feels like, it feels like the world is coming down right now. It feels like my legs hurt. I get in pain, and that one's a trip. And then my wife always asks me, "What do you mean?" I'm like, "I just hurt. Everything hurts.
Like physically.
Physically hurts. My legs hurt. My chest starts to get real tight, and it feels like something bad's gonna happen. Something bad's gonna happen, and it gets to the point where, as a grown man, I mean, I'm putting tears a lot, and it's the only way I can handle it. I just need to be alone, or I need to cry. But I'm very thankful that I have my formula to help me. And I get a panic attack 3-4 times a year. I need to let it out. I need to cry. I need to suffer for a little bit. But at the end of the day, being exhausted, training, the vices I do have, because I'm not perfect, and so some people will think my vices are bad, or some people don't. That's what helps me with my anxiety, not pills. I'm not taking the pills they want me to take. I'm not saying you shouldn't. Some people should be on medication 100%. But I have found a way to deal with my anxiety, and it's taken a lot of years and a lot of experimenting,
And what can we do as parents to be more aware of that? Because I think the one option is to tell your kids, hey, you're not depressed, you don't have anxiety, you're not feeling these, you don't even know what that stuff is. Or it's like, well, let's put you with a counseling program and go talk to a counselor, which that counselor may have a certificate, a degree, they may mean very well with all their heart, but they've never had anxiety, they never have depression. So what can we do? What are some other outlets as parents that we could say to our kids, well, go try this, go try that?
Well, the answer that everyone will expect from me right now would be get them into a martial arts program, 100%. And I know that will help. I know it'll help. And it's proven. Exercise, eating well, and puppies. Those are the three things that can help people with anxiety. It's true.
Yeah.
Look it up. It's a funny little subject, but working out, eating well, and cute little dogs or something.